Today I'm going to talk about geography as a subject. This is the introduction to geography. Okay, so geography is the study of places and relationships between people and their environments. That means that geography is basically the science and the art of knowing the physical features of the earth, and also it is related to the human beings, the anthropogenetic activities or the human activities, or how human beings are affecting the environment. So geography has come from two terms, geo and graphy. Geo means the earth and graphy is the study of or the science of, or when we do the research on the earth, that is called as geography. So when we elaborately study about the places and the physical features which are there on the surface of the earth, like the mountains, hills, rivers, soil, air, water, the flora and the fauna, and also we talk about the human societies that live on the surface of the earth, the different tribes and the different social the communities which are there on the surface, which are distributed in different parts of the earth. Okay, how they interact with each other, how they are related to each other, how human beings are related to the environment, and how environment is getting affected by human beings in return. So the entire research and the entire study is called as geography. Now we talk about the different sections or the different categories in which geography can be divided broadly. The first is physical geography and human geography. So geography can be broadly divided into two branches, physical geography and human geography. Now what is physical geography? Physical means the environment that we live in, the nature, okay, all the physical properties and features of the earth that we find on the surface of the earth, all the physical landforms and whatever natural physical features that are there on the surface, like the climatic conditions of the place, atmospheric conditions, air, soil, water or rivers, and the oceans, the landforms that we find, minerals, rocks, flora, fauna. So all the physical aspects which are related to the earth that we study about, the physical natural environment, is called as physical geography. When we study about them and we research about them, this branch is called as physical geography. So in this branch we have further division like geomorphology, geology, hydrology. So all these divisions we'll be shortly discussing about. Now we talk about the next branch of geography, that is human geography or anthropogenetic geography. This is related to the human beings. Now human beings are a very important part of the earth because human beings are an intellectual being. Okay, they are affecting the environment, they are changing the environment and the physical features according to themselves. Okay, they have got technology, they have got intelligence, and that is why human beings are affecting the physical features of the earth's surface. We are using the resources which are available on the earth's surface and we are using it for our needs and requirements. We are changing the physical features of the earth according to our own requirements and according to our own whims and fancies. That is why the study of human beings and the interaction with the physical environment is very, very important. So human geography is the next branch of geography, which is the study of the distribution of people and cultures on the earth's surface. So when we talk about the different sections of people or the different cultural people, people belonging to different cultures and different parts of the earth's surface, how they are different from each other, how their food habits, how their clothing, how their housing, how their occupations are different from each other, and how they dependent upon the environment, the physical environment that they live in. Okay, so their distribution and whatever contribution that they are having on the surface of the earth, how they are changing the environment, how the physical features are getting affected by human beings. The entire study is called as human geography. Question arises, Why do we need to study geography? There are so many other subjects, but why do we need to study about geography? Now, the answer to it is that there are several answers to it basically. I have just written a few points. The first point is that our lives are affected by the physical surroundings. That means human beings are largely dependent upon the physical surroundings or the natural environment. Even the primitive societies, if you study about the ancient societies, they used to depend upon the natural environment for their subsistence. That means whatever food they used to eat, the way of their living, everything was largely dependent upon the environment that they used to live in. The people of the Congo Basin and the tribes still depend upon the natural environment. They use the forested areas, they live in the forested areas, and what do is they are hunters and they are gatherers. So they hunt animals and they gather food for their living or for their subsistence. So this shows that how human beings are largely dependent upon the physical environment. Even today, we are also dependent upon the physical environment. A large part of the food, our sustenance comes from the natural things which are present around us. That is why people who are living in the frozen regions, in the frigid region, is different from the people who are living in the tropical regions. Their lifestyle totally depends upon the environment that they live in, the climatic conditions that they live in, the forest cover, the vegetation, the animals who stay there. They all are dependent upon the physical environment, the soils, the kind of crops that we grow. That is also dependent upon the climatic conditions and the soil conditions and the physical conditions of that particular place. So we need to know about geography because it gives us a knowledge about a physical environment and the surroundings that we live in and how to utilize it for our needs and requirements. The second point is you learn about the diverse lands and the people. So through geography, we get an idea and we get knowledge about the different kinds of people who live around the world and the different diverse lands that are there, which is very important for our intelligence. We need to get more knowledge about the different kinds of lands that are there on this planet and the different kinds of people. It helps you to appreciate diversity. Every individual is different. Every person and every cultural society is different. So when we have a knowledge of geography, it widens our thoughts, it widens our intelligence, and we understand that there are different kinds of people who live on this planet. It is not just us who are living on this planet, but it is the different kinds of societies which live on this planet, and they are different from each other. There are variations and they keep on changing over time. So as new developments are occurring, we are becoming more global, we are interacting with each other. So it has become a kind of a global village. The world has become a global village in which every individual has become a part, and we all can we all are together. We are all appreciating each other. So this is what the contribution of geography is. Third point is the understanding and the skills obtained in modern scientific techniques such as GIS and computerized cartography equip you to meaningfully contribute to the national endeavor for development. इसका मतलब है, this means that if you have a knowledge of geography and the modern technology which is occurring in the field of geography, the technologies and the new skills which are being developed day by day, like modern GIS and satellite imagery interpretation, then in every field we have a lot of development, like green revolution, white revolution, blue revolution, and how we are using digitalization in the field of geography, how cartography has become highly digitalized, it has become computerized. So we all can contribute in the national endeavor. It is all included and it helps you to develop and progress the nation. So we need to know the developments and the progress in the different fields, because geography is not it is not a single independent subject, though it is independent, Yet, a lot of other subjects are connected and related to geography. Like economics is related to geography. We talk about transportation, we talk about the economic development of the country and how the country is progressing. Then we also have political science, because in geography we do study about the geopolitical aspects, the government and how they're affecting the countries, how the countries are related to each other, what kind of relationships they are having with each other. So, different subjects are related to or are connected to geography. So, geography is not a secluded science, it is not a separate uh, you know it's not a separate subject. It is related to the present day technologies and the development which is happening in the nation, because we are talking about the entire country as a whole and all the progress and all the technology which is happening in the country, which is included in geography.